Melbet. Bet on whatever you love in one app, anytime, any place, right from your phone. More than 20,000 online and live events every day. Great odds, loyalty program for regular gamblers, and a range of local bonuses. More than 20 ways of withdrawing your money, literally in seconds. Melbet, the bookkeeper you can trust.
Hello and welcome to our preview of Everton against West Ham United with the Toffees fan. But before I introduce you to her, make sure you join up to our sponsor Melbet. The link is in the description below there, offering odds of 133 to 50 on West Ham to get all 3 points at Goodison Park. So if you fancy a little bit of that, 10 quid will get you 36 quid. And we're waiting to find out if our guest Sarah from the Blue Room podcast fancies West Ham to win. But Sarah, thank you very much for joining us. Do you have enough players for Sunday?
Well, I was just thinking through the side actually, and we're pretty short, certainly up top at the moment. We have obviously Richarlison being suspended, Walcott's injured. We've got a few injuries, particularly up top at the moment. Bernard, Gomez, these new players that we've signed also, a lot of them haven't even kicked a ball yet. So from a position at the start where we looked like we had quite a few, and we were thinking there's going to be competitions for places, all of a sudden we're kind of like, let's just hope we can manage to string a decent starting 11 together.
I like my stats. Now, this is where stats can be manipulated because it's 4 games, and I could say to you, you're unbeaten in 4 games, or I could say to you, you've only won 1 game in 4. How's it going so far this season under Marco Silva?
To be honest with you, mate, I'm feeling pretty disappointed. I see it more as we've only won 1 game. I went to Wolves on the opening day of the season, and I think that the Jagielka red card was obviously a huge talking point and something that I think, if that doesn't happen, we go on to win the game. I think we should have done. Same with Bournemouth away. We should have taken all 3 points. For being in such a strong position to end up drawing that game was hugely frustrating. And then Huddersfield at home a couple of weeks ago, that ended up being a 1-1 draw as well. And I think, although, yes, we are unbeaten, I certainly see it as, opportunities dropped. We're sitting on 6 points at the moment, and I think we should be on 10. So I'm a bit disappointed.
Are you happy with your new manager in charge? Are you happy you've got Marco Silva? And what's changed? What style of football has Everton played in that? Because people watching that, this is Sport West Ham, and there's only 4 games in. So I include myself in this. We've not had that much opportunity to see other teams yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And, I should say that for Marco Silva, I'm absolutely thrilled with the work he's done so far. I think him and Marcel Brands as well, who came in as our director of football, huge task in the summer. We've got rid of 24 players and obviously signed quite a few, especially on deadline day. And I think what the main impact he's had is that there seems to be a team spirit there again. Last year, it was so fragmented and broken between the fans, the players, everything with Sam Allardyce at the club. And now there seems to be a real strong spirit amongst the players and the fans. And there's more of a, it's a fast-paced, attacking style of play. And although some of the results have been a bit disappointing, maybe, there's certainly massive improvements on the pitch. And you're going to watch Everton now and actually thinking, we're going to see a side go out and try and win, which we just didn't see last season under Sam Allardyce. So it's really refreshing. And I think certainly it'll take time, but we're definitely moving in the right direction.
Lots of money spent, a new manager, media spotlight on you, results not going well. You'd be forgiven if you thought I was talking about Everton a year ago, but I'm actually talking about West Ham right now. What would your advice be to a West Ham fan? Because you went through this literally 12 months ago. We're now going through it. So what would you give our viewers?
Yeah, it's a really tough time. I think, when the football club means so much to you and go in the game and you feel like it's out of your hands as a supporter sometimes when you hate what's going on. And I know the West Ham fans have been really going through it last season and you haven't got off to a great start either. But I think with the players you've brought in now, you've got real quality, and I still think Pellegrini could do a job for you. Obviously, I haven't watched enough, so I don't know fully what the fans are thinking. But from what I've seen of West Ham this season as well, I think some of the results you've not got what you deserved. For example, the Arsenal game, from what I saw of that, you played very, very well, and 3-1 to Arsenal didn't reflect what I saw at all. And I think, give it time. Obviously, there's been a lot of change, but I think you've got enough quality there and a decent manager. I think West Ham was someone at the start of the season when I did my predictions that I think and still do think will be kind of battling it out with Everton in kind of where we're going to be in the league. So I think, frustrating start to the season. Obviously, losing 4 on the trot is going to make you panic and is horrible as a fan. But I think, you'll turn it around. And to be honest with you, mate, as much as I hate to say it, I wouldn't be surprised if you started it at Goodison Park, to be honest.
We'll come on to that in a second, but it's 4 games in. You've got a lot of players missing, but is there any important players we should be looking out for on Sunday as a West Ham fan?
I think one to watch, Gylfi Sigurdsson. He's been playing very well of late. And another one to watch would be Cenk Tosun, because he's not got a goal yet for Everton. And I think, the pressure's really on him now to get off, get his tally underway. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him playing out of his skin. And Cenk Tosun's the kind of striker that all he needs is a sniff of a chance, and he's got such a strong finish on him. But yeah, Gylfi Sigurdsson's making things happen as well. I think we're really, really going to miss Theo Walcott and Richarlison. They've really been our 2 main threats. But of course, we've got even Umar Niasse. He can come on and do some damage. And Ademola Lookman, that's an interesting one, because obviously there's a lot of talk about him leaving in the summer. I think he was pushing for a move away. He's really got the opportunity now to play out of his skin and try and put in a good performance and, stake a claim for keeping his place for when the likes of Richarlison come back in. So I'm hoping he'll put a shift in. But yeah, Cenk Tosun's one to watch, I think.
Well, that's not good news for us anyway. We are coming up to Goodison Park with quite a healthy squad. We've got 3 long-term injuries, but apart from that, everyone's fit. Who are you fearing from the West Ham side? Is there anyone in our team that you look at and think, I'm not really looking forward to seeing him play against Everton?
There's quite a few, because I think you've got a really decent squad of players now. But the one, and I think many Evertonians will feel the same, is Yarmolenko. Because in 2015, we played Dynamo Kiev in the Europa League, and they absolutely tore us apart in the away leg, and he was just phenomenal. He was sublime. Honestly, it was unreal. And Roberto Martinez kind of went all out to try and sign him. There was loads of sagas. I think the following January, the following summer, and he wanted to come to Everton. It looked like he was going to. We were all dead excited, and it never quite happened. And I know he's not. I don't think he's started yet for you guys, but I think Everton have got this way of, he's started slow. He hasn't scored or anything yet, but I think Everton really have this way of, if something's going to happen, it'll happen. It'll come and bite us on the backside kind of thing. So I really think Yarmolenko and Naučević, of course, as well, I think he's fantastic, and he's always going to be a threat.
Well, looking at Sunday then, you're missing lots of players. We're coming up 4 defeats from 4. Are you confident for Sunday?
To be honest with you, I'm not feeling too confident. And one of those reasons is because that you guys have lost 4 games on the trot. And I think that has to come to an end at some point. You've not been playing terrible. We've got players missing. I think West Ham, you should really be looking at this as an opportunity to get at Everton. And I think if you score first at Goodison Park, the fans, if things aren't going our way, it can become quite hostile, and we can make it very hard for our own players to play at home. So I think, West Ham have got to see this as a really good opportunity. And to be honest, we're at home. I should fancy us to win, but I wouldn't be surprised to see you guys get a result. I'll say that.
Well, I'm going to push you. Last question. I'm going to push you for a score prediction.
Oh, a score prediction. So although I've just said that, and I think you could get a result, I can't predict against my Everton. So I'm going to be optimistic, although maybe not entirely truthful, and say 2-1 to Everton.
2-1 Everton. Where can people who are watching this, where can people find you if they want to hear more from yourself, Sarah?
Yeah, so my Twitter handle is @SarahHalpin9, and I also do lots on Toffee TV and the Blue Room, so you can catch me on there.
Well, thank you very much for joining us at home. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. Also, comment below what you think is going to happen ahead of Sunday's game. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. And do check out Melbet, offering odds of 133 to 50 on West Ham to get the 3 points at Goodison Park. But Sarah, thank you once again.
Thanks very much, mate. And other than Sunday, all the best for the season.
Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us at home, and we'll catch you very soon.